Alright, so this is my second video. I was going to wait till it's done and just take a picture, but there's a lot of stuff I want to go over for anybody who wants to know how it is that I do what I do and why. uh, so I'm noticing that with the aid of my trusty freehand template, I've decided to go ahead and darken all these greens a little bit because they are basically shadows in the background. I'm using this to, have contrast. Like if you look at this upper stem here, oh no, I got too much stuff in my hands now. I'll point it out with my micron. This little shoot, that's a new flower coming up. And in my reference shot, it's in a shadow, and it's just a white highlight at the very top. Over here is another bud coming out of the same stem, and it's all highlight white, like a light whitish green. And then there's a sharp contrast line right here. So I'm using my hand template for all that. And the bud does have colors in it. I'll post this along with a photograph of the end result. Now, it's a good thing I did go off, shut the camera off and go and check my reference shot, because I should have printed this in color. My fault. These aren't shadows. These are those little staminas or whatever the heck they call them. I forget. I could look at it up on the dictionary on Wapitica or whatever that is. These are all reddish orange. A little bit of shadowing there. But basically that's it. I mean, this picture is just about done. I'm just rendering it a little bit. I might darken the background a little bit. I'm going to do another video tonight with the eye. I'm going to do a ferret eye tutorial. So I kind of want to start that. So I really don't know much else I could do here. I'm just bringing these out a little bit, these little things here on the flower. I keep wanting to use a stencil, and then I remember, geez, I got a micron. Oh, wait a minute. It's a good thing I didn't do too much there. I have dark color in here right now. Yeah, so I think that this is just about it. Like I said, right now I have the dark violet, the color that I originally started off with. I'm thinking about masking off the flower again, covering it up, and just going over the background a little bit more. Make it a little darker like in the photograph. You don't want to paint something that's shaded or barely lit with a dark background and then paint a bright background on it. It's not going to look right. Another thing that I never really mentioned on this video, take your time shading. It's very easy to shade more, but it's very hard to lighten. And if I wasn't happy with this painting and I wanted to lighten it anywhere, I would have to start all over again. If you aren't too sure of yourself, you don't need a multicolored background. Just one color would be fine. Another thing that I might do, I'm going to leave it just like that. That looks awesome. Another thing you might want to do is I've cut this panel out, this cardboard. This is poster board. This isn't anything fancy. I cut it out just a little bit bigger than what I wanted. And the reason is I masked it off. I could take the tape off actually right now, so that it'll look like a photograph. Another thing that I can mention that would help you guys out, anybody who wants to watch or do what I do, is this tape. This is 3M Ultra Block or something like that, blue. I'd have to break out my loop. I don't know. Wait, hold on. It's right here. That's my loop. Powerful little bugger. I use this to straighten out my my infinity needles. I love the infinity. It's a decent airbrush, but it's a little bit too sensitive, delicate. Okay, this is number 2080 EL. It's made by 3M. And it has about the same consistency or stickiness as a Post-it. I'm not going to untape this all the way. I'm seeing, I didn't really press down the edges. I'm seeing some bleed through, but normally you don't really get any bleed through with this stuff. You see, if I took the whole thing off, I guess I can. You can actually save the tape for another painting. It comes right off nice and clean. This is poster board, like I said. I don't know if they have this stuff in other countries, but I buy it at Staples in a pack of 10. So that's the outcome, that's the picture. I want to highlight it a little bit more, just a tiny bit more. The bud needs a little bit more color, a little bit more shading. I just want to highlight the stems just a little bit, not much. And I might want to use my micron and do all this white stuff in here with the rest of the flower itself. But that's it. Didn't take me long at all. It took me more time to fuss around with mixing up the colors. Anyway, thanks for watching.